Well, I inherited the property from my great aunt, Mary Ellen O'Connor. And so I got the Fennessey Ranch because that was the least desirable property in the eyes of my relatives that we owned. For one thing, the Fennessey is an ecotone. There are 4 biotic regions that meet on the 6 square miles that is the Fennessey. We've got freshwater marshes, about 250 acres apiece. We've got a deep water marsh that's about 36 inches deep. We've got a shallow water marsh that's about 18 inches deep, because there's no potable water around here except on those marshes. You know, cattle is not viable on the Fennessey. It's not large enough. So I had to come up with a new plan. And so in 1991, I decided that I had to do something to make this property pay for itself, at least that. So one of the first things I did was I got in touch with Dr. James Kroll from Stephen F. Austin University. And he and his students worked up what was going to be a hunting plan for the property. And there was a sentence in that hunting plan that there might be some opportunities for ecotourism on the ranch. Well, I took that sentence there and decided to jump off a cliff, having no idea where I was going to land or if I was going to land. Nonetheless, 1991, April Fool's Day as a matter of fact, I decided to launch this project, knowing full well that it could be a huge folly, which is exactly what I didn't need. And people have told me over and over again that there was no way I was going to be able to accomplish what I intended to accomplish. Well, that was like raising a flag in front of a bull. And I said, well, there's got to be a way, because the way I look at it is ecotourism is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger as our generations gets older. I thought that it was very definitely that would be the future of the ranch. And suffice to say, I've been broke so many times, it's really pretty pitiful. But in this, there's no template. You know, I've been told many times in the press that I was on the cutting edge. Well, what they were really saying was that I was on the bleeding edge, and we were bleeding to death. And then up until the last few years, we were the only store in the mall. So I'm always adamant that let's get more stores open. Like I say, in the last 5 years, there's finally been some stores open in the mall, which is good for everyone. Effect on rural economies is critical, because the rural towns make more money. You know, they've got to have food, they've got to have binoculars, they've got to have lodging. And this is a for-profit country, and we're in a for-profit business. I'd really be letting my fellow landowners down if I went into a subchapter S, or however you get non-profit status. And it took us a long time to make this ranch a viable economic unit. Suffice to say that we're actually making a profit on our ecotourism, as well as our hunting, as well as our cattle, because you got to have as many possible renewable resource programs as you can have. Then we started with bird watching and the hummingbird festivals and all that kind of stuff. And then something came about that really thrilled me, is when these wildlife photography contests started. Because there's some real revenue in that, and it's a renewable revenue. We've been extremely fortunate because we win almost every contest we've ever entered. And something else Dr. Kroll told me years ago: you win by winning, you don't win by running down your opposition. And it's true. And we've been very fortunate because we keep winning. And so I just felt like the photography, especially with the opportunities that the Fennessey Ranch provides for photographers, has been probably our golden nut. And the main reason that we've been able to survive is because of wildlife photography. There's no question about it.